sent, the woman on the phone went very quiet. She said they'd never sent any such letter. She was certain. That's when I finally opened the box. Inside was a leather journal, brown, soft with age, pages that felt fragile. On the first page, a date, 1987. Below that, my uncle's handwriting. Not the elegant script on the lid. This was rushed, pressed hard into the paper. The entries were short. Some days just a sentence or two. Most were just names. Just names and numbers. Dozens of them. Hundreds maybe spread across years. I didn't understand what I was reading at first. Then I found an entry from 1991 with a name I recognized. My father. My uncle's brother. With a number, 47. My father died in 1992. He was 47 years old. I stopped reading after that. I put the journal back in the box and I locked it in my closet. But the 3:47 a.m. thing didn't stop. It got worse. Now I'd wake at 3:47 and I'd feel this pressure in my chest. Not pain exactly. Heaviness. Like something was sitting on me. It would last for about 2 minutes, then fade completely. Then I couldn't sleep again for hours. I became obsessed with the journal. I didn't read it again, but I couldn't leave it alone. I'd open the closet, stare at the box, close the door, open it again, like there was a string attached to it, pulling at me. Marcus moved out in October. He said it wasn't about me. His girlfriend had invited him to stay in her place, but I could tell he was uncomfortable. I caught him looking at the closet once, then looking at me like he wanted to ask something. He never did. I finally read the rest of the journal in November. All of it. It took one night. The entries were confessions. My uncle had been part of something, back in the 70s and 80s. A group. He didn't name them, but he described meetings in basements, in a house outside Boulder. He wrote about rituals. Not the movie kind, the clinical, careful kind. He wrote about what he called exchanges. Services rendered. Debts paid. Years borrowed from some people, given to others. He wrote about his guilt. He wrote about how he'd tried to stop. How the group wouldn't let him. How they'd given him a way out. The journal. A record. A transfer. He could pass the weight forward to someone else. A family member. The blood connection made it work, apparently. And that's what they told him. The last entry was from 3 weeks before he died in 2004. He was 65. He wrote, "I'm giving it to my nephew. He's the only one left. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe he'll understand before it's too late. I'm 34 now. It's February. I've missed 17 days of work. I've stopped being able to sleep for more than the 2-minute window at 3:47 a.m. I'm exhausted in a way that's completely detached from tiredness. My body functions, but I'm not inside it the same way anymore. I've researched the group my uncle mentioned. I found a name from one of his early entries, a man named Richard Chabot who lived in Boulder. I found his obituary. He died in 1998. He was 74. I found others. 7 people my uncle named in the journal. All dead. All having lived significantly longer than the average, right up until they weren't. Quick deaths. Aneurysms. Falls. 1 car accident. The journal is still in my closet. I haven't touched it in 4 weeks. But I know things about it now that I never read. I know there are names in there that I haven't seen yet. Names written after my uncle's handwriting stops. Names in my uncle's hand again, but older, shaky, like he was very ill or very afraid when he wrote them. One of those names is mine. I'm telling this story because I need to say it somewhere. I need a record that exists outside the box, outside the circle. Marcus contacted me last week. He wanted to know if I still had the box. He wanted it. He said he'd been feeling worse since he left. Said something woke him up every night at 3:47 a.m. He's been around the box. He's infected. I haven't answered him. I have approximately 31 years left if the pattern holds. The math from the journal is clear if you know how to read it. Time isn't being taken from me, exactly. But Time is being redirected, and something is receiving it. Something is maintaining itself on what's been borrowed. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it wants beyond the exchange continuing. But I know that one day I'll have to give it to someone else, because I won't be able to carry it anymore. And the worst part? The thing that keeps me awake during the hours when I'm not forced awake. I've already been thinking about who.